live. What's going on, D-Bags? Hope you guys are doing well. Back at it again here with another episode of the Detox Podcast, episode 73. 73, damn. We've been doing this for a minute. I'm your host, Darren Rita. Feel free to connect with me. I don't know why I'm stumbling over my name here, but feel free to connect with me at any of the links down below. If you're listening on Spotify, feel free to come follow me on Instagram, YouTube, anything. It's just Darren Rita. You can look it up easily. If you guys are new here and you enjoy comedy, music, podcasts, consider subscribing because that's what we do here, and we are about to hit 600 subscribers, so help us out in doing that. We'll have tons of cool content coming out very soon. Before I introduce you guys, my guest this week, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about car insurance. These days, it seems as if we're able to do more and more from home. So while you're at home, why aren't you saving money on your car insurance? Kenosha Auto Insurance has specialized for years in simple, hassle-free insurance using the latest in touch-free technology to help you get the best rates for you and your family. So what are you waiting for? Give them a call today at 262-448-4141. That's 448-4141. The website is kenoshains.com. One last time, that's 262-448-4141. Give them a call today. Let them know that Detox sent you, Darren Rita. They will hook you up, I promise. Now, with all that being said, I'm hyped to introduce you guys my guest this week. If you've watched the show before, or often at least, then you know who this is. You've either seen her name in the comments or seen her face on the wall behind me. So without further ado, let's give a wet Detox welcome to my sister, Aryana Rita. What's up? Yeah, what's up, Yana?
What up?
Congrats on being on the show. She does not want to be here.
Yeah. No, we should probably cancel still. There's
Why-
only 6 people in the chat.
Why do you not want to be on the
kind
show
of a
so
flop.
bad? Why don't you want to be on the show?
I don't like people like that.
Not vibing with it like that.
No.
Why?
I do not like to be perceived.
Perceived at all. So you just like to not
No.
exist.
Yes.
To just fly under the radar like that. Well, too bad. How was your birthday then? Because that's when it's all about you, kind of. Your birthday, for people, those that don't know, it was Aryana's golden birthday
Yeah.
on the 20th of November.
Anybody in the chat or watching, if you didn't wish me a happy birthday, you have to leave.
Yeah, that's
legally.
It is in the contract of the show. YouTube it's in the terms and services. You have to get out.
Yeah, so that's that.
So that's that. So like if you don't like being perceived, then on your birthday, is that a...
People can recognize me on that day.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
So but that's what I was going to say. So you want to be perceived on that day.
Yeah, just a simple, hey, happy birthday.
So what if people like really take it to the next level? Then is it like, whoa, it's too much?
Yes.
So how do you feel about people singing happy birthday for you then?
I hate that. I think everybody hates that though.
Yeah.
It's probably the most awkward 1 minute and 20 seconds of your life.
It's a weird tradition. Do people do that in other cultures? Do you guys know? I don't know.
We sing it in Polish, so...
We do, yeah.
Yeah.
Feliz cumpleaños. Okay, yeah, so they do. It's a weird, I mean, it makes sense. You survived another year of living. 20 for you. That, are you proud of that? Are you excited for the 20s, what they may hold?
No.
No?
No.
Nothing cool, nothing that you're looking forward to.
Not really. No.
You're a CNA right now, and you're going to school for nursing. What?
I'm not going to school for nursing.
You're going to school for nursing.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are, dude.
No, I'm not.
What are you going to school for then? Tell the people.
That is going to be a reveal after
Oh.
I graduate.
Oh, so it's you don't
Career
know.
reveal.
Career reveal. That'll be a video.
Yeah.
So, okay, so wait, you're not going?
No.
I thought you were going for nursing.
No.
I totally misunderstood that. Doctor. Dad says you're going to be a doctor.
I'm just going to ignore that for now.
Okay, so you're undecided.
No.
No. Do I just not? Am I missing? Is she fucking trolling me right now? I'm
I've
confused.
never said nursing.
But that's what you do kind of already.
Yeah, that's so I can like...
Become a doctor.
So I got like some patient experience.
Okay,
Working with the people.
So the reason I was trying to lob it up to you so you would tell us what you were gonna do, but I guess I guessed and I was wrong. Okay, CNA. How is being a CNA? What's the toughest thing about being a CNA?
I don't really know.
Is it
pretty
tough?
easy for
So
me.
like when you're CNA, that like when I think CNA, and I think when a lot of people think of CNA, they think of
Wiping ass.
yeah, like wiping a lot of ass.
You do that, yeah.
You do that.
Yeah.
Is there like a certain technique that is taught to you? Because that kind of freaks me out.
I mean, front to back.
Oh.
You don't want to cause any infections.
Yeah, that's gross, man.
That's about it.
When I've heard you and McKenna talk about some of the stories, and I don't think I could ever do that.
Yeah.
I could ever do that, or a lot
I've
of the other
seen
things.
some things I
What-
wish I would not have seen.
What's like the scariest thing you've ever seen?
Scariest thing I've ever seen? Well, I don't know if I should say this, but this old lady was constipated, and she kept asking me to get the poop out of her, and I was like, "What?"
How do you?
I
do
was
that?
like, "You just take your time," and I
Mhm.
kept just leaving, and she just kept saying, "Please, get it out." I was like, "What?"
How does one do that? What did she want you to do?
I asked someone else.
What they end up
You're
doing?
supposed to like massage their butthole basically, and I was like, "Oh,
So
I'm
you-
still new here, so
So you didn't have to do that though.
not that time."
Oh my god. Oh no.
Yeah.
That's so terrible. How old are these people? Like, do you know? Like,
The youngest person is like 50 something,
there's like a 50-year-old in there.
but they should not be there.
No.
I think they're just there for like.
Are they just like balling? Do they feel like a fucking badass there with everybody else?
I guess nobody really leaves their room right now because of COVID.
Wow, just wow, says Broccoli. What's going on, Broccoli?
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it scares me, man. And it's like, it's confusing. I feel like 50's pretty young, like,
Yeah.
relatively speaking.
They look young too, so I'm like,
But I don't want to be, like, it makes me really sad when I hear stories of, like, like retirement homes and things like that.
yeah, it's kind of depressing.
Because it's
not
like,
gonna lie.
I feel like, I don't want to say, I know it's like everybody says this when they're young, but like, I don't know if I would want to get that old where I
No,
couldn't.
I definitely don't.
Where like
After
I need,
working there, it's like, I'm good after like.
well, it's like 50, like 60. I don't know. Like, I feel like even 70 is good. Like, I don't know, man. It's like, I think once you start pushing like 80, 90, it's like, what
It's like,
more can you
gotta
do
go.
if you're not healthy? Like, if I can't walk
Yeah.
around, if I can't shit, like, I mean, don't get me wrong.
There was this 6-year-old at where I did like my clinicals during the class,
Mm-hmm.
and she rode like a bike every day in her room,
She was
like all
how old?
day. 96.
Holy shit.
I
She's
think she
riding a
was just
bike.
there because she like hurt something.
Yeah.
So then like they like thought she needed help, but she didn't. Like we'd go in there and she'd be like, "What's up?" on her bike.
On her bike, she'd be like, what's going on?
She's like, "What do
dog?"
you want?" I'm like, "Oh, never mind, sorry."
Holy shit, 96 years old riding a bike. I mean, I wonder how many miles she was doing on a bike at 96.
I don't
That's
know.
some next level shit right there. I'm not gonna lie. What like in general then is it like, do you see a lot of people pass away? Because that's like another thing that people hear about, and I feel like I know like we've had discussions about it where like I feel like you get attached to these people and then you see them
Yeah.
pass away. It's like and it's like they're all old. It's like they're all
Too old.
like they're too fucking old. You're gonna see them pass away.
Yeah.
Is that tough? Like,
Well, on my first week, there was someone who was like about to pass away, and they like passed away within like my first like 2 days, and so I didn't really know them,
yeah.
but everyone else did, and it was kind of awkward. And then when I was gone at school, 2 people passed away like really soon with each other,
Mm-hmm.
and I was tight with one of them. She was from Twin Lakes. She'd always ask me, she's like, "You go to Bodie's?" I'm like, "Yes." She's like, "That's still there?" I'm like, "Yes." She'd always offer me candy.
Yeah.
She always asked me to go bowling too. I don't really know how that'd be possible since she was in a wheelchair.
I wonder, can someone in a wheelchair go bowling?
I mean, I guess they could like. I don't think she could have lifted like.
Could like on
She
the
was
side.
like this thin.
Oh man, she really wanted to go bowling though. That's
Yeah.
tough. So is it like, but do you like doing it?
Yeah.
Really? It sounds like something that like with all like the difficult things that you find, like the difficult situations you find yourself in, it would be like hard to like it.
Well, I guess the place I work is like assisted living, and then there's like a memory care unit, and like there's not like a lot of like people that need like a lot of help.
Okay.
So it's not like I have to do like that much crazy stuff.
That makes sense then. I guess that's not terrible. So it's not, yours isn't like a lot of senile people, or not
Yeah.
a ton of senile people. Oh, that makes it a little bit better then. I don't know. Just in general for me would be definitely hard to do. So you're 20 years old. You're working as a CNA right now, going to school, but it's getting cold outside as it tends to do this time of year, and there's not a whole lot to do. There's not a whole lot to do right now. But what do you do to distract yourself when you're not busy doing those things? Because you got the Baby Yoda cup there for people that can't see. She's got the Baby Yoda cup. Is Baby Yoda is he worth the hype? He's pretty hyped up in mainstream media right now.
Yeah, I guess. Like if you like Star Wars, then you can like Baby Yoda.
What about him? So people are really mad. Actually, there was like I shouldn't say people. It's a very small group of very hardcore religious moms on Facebook that don't watch the show, but saw the fact that he ate those embryos in like an episode, two
I think
episodes
I saw
ago.
people like I didn't know people were actually mad. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I thought it was a joke. And
People were like, he slurped those like boba.
yeah, and he people are actually mad about that. What? First off, for me, it's like it's a fucking TV show.
Yeah.
It's fake. It's not real. You know, it's a fake animal species eating another fake animal.
Puppet.
It's literally half CGI, half puppet eating a completely CGI'd ball. What are you like? But I don't know. I can't because
they're taking that pro-life thing a little too far.
But well, dude, like McKenna even a little bit when we were watching the one episode where, for those of you who haven't seen The Mandalorian, I'm sorry, this is spoiler talk, so not like super serious spoiler talk, but if you haven't seen it and you want to see it, then you should stop listening. But there was a scene in one of the episodes where the Tusken Raiders are trying to deal with this Alaskan bullworm, and the bullworm, McKenna is scared that the banta is gonna get eaten, the big fucking bison looking thing, right? And because they left it on a like steak so that it would get eaten by this thing. When it would come out, they'd yell and it would come out and eat the thing. And she's getting so worked up that the thing's about to die, and it fucking ends up eating the dude, the Tusken Raider, and she does not fucking care at all, but was gonna be in tears or shattered if it was the fucking animal. And I guess that was CGI too, so maybe I shouldn't be so hard on people. They did strap a bomb to one, so that was tough.
Yeah.
But it's a fake animal in a TV show. In a fake TV show.
McKenna, I just watched you hack like a reindeer on some video game.
Yeah,
for like McKenna, 5 minutes straight.
Yeah, McKenna was just beating the fuck out of a reindeer on Ark Survival Evolved, so that'll happen. But what were we talking? We're talking Mandalorian. So you've been watching The Mandalorian. You've seen the first season. You've seen all of this season thus far. You said Star Wars fans should be hyped. That's Star Wars fans should dig Baby Yoda. Real Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
So what do you have to say to the Baby Yoda haters?
The haters?
People that hate the
people
Disney,
that are mad about the eating the baby
anything, and the people that just don't like the Mandalorian.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids, bro. That's what you're saying?
Yeah. She had plenty.
Yeah, she did have plenty. I mean, it was like he did.
He did go a little too far. Like he should have got smacked around a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, he does need to get slapped around a little bit. He hasn't been disciplined at all whatsoever.
No. He just gets like a finger in his face.
Yeah, you kind of just get stop. Don't do that every time. So other than The Mandalorian, is there any like shows that you've been able to watch in between school and work?
Law and Order.
You watch Law and Order? People watch that show?
Yeah.
I didn't know anybody actually watched that show. I've never met anybody that actually watched it.
It's got like 20-something seasons. It's been on forever.
I know it has.
I used to watch it on that little TV that's like over there. That looks like a computer screen.
Yeah.
And I thought I wasn't like allowed to watch it since they talk about rape and stuff. So like mom would come in my room and I'd be like
changing the channel. Yeah. Is it 20 seasons? Is it like
I don't know how
it
has
any
that
good?
many.
Is it that good?
I mean, it's just kind of like it's a show you can keep on in the background.
And
then like sometimes you can like be like getting into it. But
I feel like that's like all these fucking shows, like the Chicago shows, you know, like there's like a billion different like versions of those, but it's like a cop show or a doctor show or the firefighter show, and they're all the same. Where it's like just like they all date each other, and then there's just like this backdrop of like, oh, there are fires happening. We should stop those.
This one, I don't know. They don't really go. Like, none of the episodes have anything to do with each other, really.
Oh,
like, there's no, like, continuing storyline. Except for, like, if they have kids, they'll be like, I have a daughter. Like, they'll bring that up every, like, 3 episodes. Yeah. Like, they don't really...
Yeah, no, I'm not really into any, like, crime shows like that. Except for Psych. Have you seen Psych? No. Psych's really cool. He, like... It's pretty funny. He's, like, not a psychic, but he just has, like, really good, like, attention to detail. And his, like, dad, like, weirdly, like, trained him...
I've heard.
He pretends to be
yeah.
a psychic because like he called in, he got like a couple of cases right, and then the police
Oh.
department is like, "Who the fuck are you? Like, how do you know this shit?" And they start thinking
like-
he's it. So he's like, "No, I'm a psychic," and he just like pretends to be psychic, and it's a little over the top, but it's funny. It's really funny. It's a good show.
Works, it works.
But we still got 5 people in the chat here. So just so you guys know, Aryana made it very clear that if you didn't wish her a happy birthday, she doesn't want you here. So that's her rules and YouTube's rules, not mine. So just so you guys know, you know, we were talking right before we went on the air. You're a bit of a hustler, like me. You're a business woman, per se. So when and I'll get to what I mean in a second. When I was growing up, when I was in school, I would buy the $2.45 Dollar General soda packs, 12 cans, $2.45. Right, I would go to school and I would sell them for $1 a piece at lunch. Made decent money until a couple blew up in my backpack and the teacher started asking too many questions, so I got rid of them. But
And you're weak.
so you're and you know you're a hustler in the sense that you apparently write some people's papers sometimes.
Yes, occasionally.
Occasionally.
For money.
How do first off, do you enjoy writing?
I don't know. I feel like it's easier when I'm writing somebody else's.
Because you're like detached from it. You're like, oh, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. But like, aren't you? I feel like for me, I would be like more, like I would really want to get a good grade.
Well,
for that
yeah,
person.
but then at the same time, I'm like, well, mine has to be better. So like, I care more about mine.
Oh, okay.
But I still put in the work for theirs
Okay.
since I'm getting paid.
That's fair. So what is like? How did you go about doing like? Well, like you don't have to say when or who, but like how does like
Caroline and Key
And
were
how
probably
does
my
that-
biggest customers. I've been writing Caroline's paper since like grade school.
Okay, so how does how does that become a thing though? How like I would have never. I paid for a paper to be written for me, but there was like there's a website that does it. It's really
Dude,
awesome
that's
actually.
sketchy.
No, it's sick. You can pick the writer, you give them a certain amount of days to do it.
You get expelled.
It's bad, but I did it once. And so what like how do you go about how does someone come up to you and be like, "Yo, can you write this for me?" Like
Basically, yeah.
but like how do they think to come up to you and ask you that? Or did you offer like, "Oh, I can help you," like
No. I
I
just radiate
you're just getting
smartness, I guess.
you're just getting A's and they're just like, "Oh my god, I want some A's.
Yeah.
Let me pay her some money. Let me slip her some money to write some papers for me." So I feel like I'm missing a part of the story. You got to give me a little bit more here. How does it like
Well, I guess since like I started helping my friends out in grade school, you know. Actually, Mr. McBurney caught on. He knew, but he never like got us in trouble.
Oh my god, you got to stop.
Because like Caroline didn't know, like one time he asked her like a specific question about the book
yeah.
and she didn't know, and I was like coughing the answer. I was like
Oh no.
And then one time she was like presenting or something and he was like said something like, "Yeah, you had Rita write this for you?" And we were like, "What?"
So you were
Oh.
enabling these people to not do their schoolwork.
I mean, it was
You're part of the
it
problem.
was like grade school.
Yeah, but
high
they've
school.
kept on. These habits
Listen.
have grown. These habits have become.
I get the money. That's not my problem if they can't write a paper.
So you're taking the moral high ground on this. I see.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Technically, I'm helping people. I'm putting good out into the world.
you're doing right by your friends and by the dollar
Giving my
sign.
friends a paper, giving the teacher something good to read.
And they're giving you paper in return.
Yeah.
A different kind of paper, but
It's a circle.
how? Okay, I gotta know like how much does one charge to write a friend's paper? Depends.
20, 30, depending on the assignment.
How long does it take you to write one? Like an hour?
Not that long. I just wrote one for somebody. And probably did take me like an hour and a half, maybe.
I mean, that's pretty good pay then.
And like I just read what the assignment is about, and
Really?
I'm able to put it down.
See, I do a similar. I don't condone cheating, guys. First off, unless you have to, is what it is.
Or if you feel like it.
If you feel like it, do what you gotta do. No, I'm just kidding. You should try and do your schoolwork yourself. In all seriousness, these are jokes.
Yeah,
But
you could get spit on by a teacher.
you got spit on by a teacher?
I got threatened to get spit on. for sharing a crossword puzzle.
Oh no.
I almost got like a academic dishonesty on my record at Wilmot.
Really?
Yeah, because I gave out my crossword puzzle.
How? Okay. What is the
crossword puzzle?
What is the quote there? I'm
was
gonna
just-
spit on you.
it
How did
was
they
like-
go about?
So it was in like warp was before.
Okay.
And
warp for
so-
people that didn't have a warp in their school was like a weird study hall thing that we had after first hour on block days. So like our days where we had longer class periods. There was like a 40-minute section built into the day where you could go get help from specific teachers you needed or just work on general shit in any teacher's classroom. Okay, so keep going.
All right, so like that's where you can meet up with the people. Like you have the same teacher, but not the same hour. And we weren't allowed to take the crosswords out of the classroom, so I passed my crossword to somebody so they could use it. And the teacher came up to that person and was like, "Oh, how's it going? What you doing?" And like opened their binder. That's the kind of like,
That's sus, bro.
yeah, like why would they do that?
But then they must have been
That's
giving
invading
off
their
sus
personal
vibes,
space.
bro. There's
And
no way.
there's my crossword. Or actually, it might have been it was my phone with a picture of my crossword, I think.
Why'd you send him a picture of the fucking
Dude,
crossword?
I don't know. Because then she like picked up my phone and like the screen locked, but then she opened it. It's like a picture of me and my friends. And I was right behind this person. I was like,
That's tough right there.
and then warp ends. And I have class with that teacher right after. And the teacher was very angry.
Oh my goodness.
Like raging, yelling. She was like, "I'm so mad I could spit." And I was like,
I could spit.
I know, that's a weird thing to say.
That's a weird flex. dog. That's a weird thing. Like, who
Yeah.
gets angry and is like, and trying to spit some shit, man? That's fucking gross,
Yeah,
bro.
I was scared.
Huh? Oh, kind of saying some sus shit in the background, but that's just fucking weird. I know who you're talking about. I know.
I think
but
I know too.
Yeah. That just freaks me out, dude. Like,
Yeah.
why would you say? I mean, don't get me wrong. Especially it's a crossword puzzle. That's the thing, man.
Dude, yeah, it was a cross.
This is the thing. This is the hypocrisy of cheating, right? I've never, like, I write other than this one paper. I've written every single paper in my entire academic career, and I have every obviously every big assignment try and do right. But when teachers deliberately copy and paste thing, or they buy things off online, like they buy a test, or they like use something like straight out of the book, like whatever, like if they didn't do anything other than pay for something, and then
Why
like they're
should
kind of
I?
cheating. They're kind of
Yeah.
cheating in a way. Like you didn't write that test. You did not write that test. That test is on Quizlet because I checked. And I found it. So like
I'm
who-
putting in the work.
it's you're doing what you got to do. I'm doing what I got. You're checking in for a check. I'm checking in for a grade. We're doing the same. We're playing
Mhm.
the same game, just different sides. You know. So like a crossword like that, unless they built it from the
Technically,
ground up.
I think this teacher did put a lot of work
Oh,
into the
okay.
crossword because she was really excited
But
about
you
the
did it on your
assignment.
own. But you did it on your own. You were just
Yeah.
helping someone else.
See what
out.
I was just trying to help people out.
You're just trying to bring.
And what do I
goodness.
get in return? Spit.
Almost getting spat on by a
Yeah.
teacher. Ugh. You should have provoked them. Because that would have made the news.
No, I was
That'd
just
been
I was in
great
the back like
That'd have been great.
people were like,
content.
"Is she talking about you?" And I was like, "What? No."
Oh, that's so cringe.
Yeah.
I hate
And then people thought I was gonna like, cause it was like a whole ring of people like I was giving answers to, and like people were texting me like, "What did you say to her?" I was like, "I didn't snitch if that's what you're asking,
Yeah.
but I'm in trouble. Thank you."
Yeah. Yeah. They didn't give a fuck. They're just
It was
like,
like, "So does she know?" Like I'm like,
did you know that like I'm failing this class if you're not here, if I can't get your stuff?
it's like,
Damn.
yeah, but
Damn, that's tough, man. Well, shout out to those people that you helped then. And shout out to this teacher that wanted to spit on you. It's
Shout
kind of
out.
kinky in a way. You know? Just
I don't know if I was down for it, but I mean, she kind of seemed into me.
That's oh no. Okay, so like moving away from that then. You're repping some TMG merch right now. For
Yes,
people that
I
can't
am.
see. If people can't, you got 2020. I got 2017, I think.
20.
I think it was from a long time ago.
I think
We
it's
got the-
2019.
2019,
It's not
2018,
that long.
2019, whatever. TMG, Tiny Meat Gang. For those that don't know, Cody Ko, Noel Miller. You actually introduced me to Cody Ko. You were watching
Yeah.
Cody when he was on Vine. You were talking about.
Yeah, I found him on Vine.
What did he make on Vine? Because I didn't follow, and I've only seen a couple of his vines.
I don't know, just like random like skits, I guess, like just like talking.
Cause that's what like
7 seconds worth.
Yeah, cause I
don't know
never
if
knew.
I still have them, but embarrassingly, I used to make dub smashes of his vines because I thought they were that funny.
Is Tub Smash when like you just
Like lip sync over
it's like
it.
TikTok
Yeah,
before
I guess.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Whoa. Wow.
Wow.
That is crazy. So
Where's my check?
when was he? So he was. How old was he when he was on Vine? He was like 20. How old is he? Well, 'cause that's the thing. It's his birthday. That's why I was bringing it up that we're wearing the merch. I wore it.
What,
mainly
he's
because
30 now?
Yeah, he's 30 now.
Vine was around, I was in like 7th grade,
Yeah, it
8th
was
grade,
like
like 2013, 2014.
2014. I think it ended in 2015
Yeah, so
ish. And
30
yeah,
minus 7, 23.
that's crazy.
Just out of college.
Yeah, I just remember him. He popped up in a couple because I just rewatched all David Dobrik's vlogs like a month or two ago, and he popped up in a couple of them, and it was just like funny to see him like that young and like hanging out. But it's like even weirder because like he's hanging out with like David, who's like 17, 18 at the time.
Yeah.
But then you see Jason Nash, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
Cody's not weird. Jason's too old, man.
Yeah.
We talked about that a couple weeks ago, that you hate Jason. Okay, yeah, McKenna, for people that don't know,
I don't
McKenna
really
hates
like him
Jason.
either.
I love Jason. How do you hate Jason? I mean,
Yeah.
Jeff is like my
He's too
favorite.
old.
He's too old. He is too old. Jeff's like my favorite, but
I don't really watch any of those.
Oh, really?
No.
You don't watch David Dobrik vlogs?
No.
You're like uncultured then, bro.
I just don't. I don't vibe with it.
What do you watch over on YouTube then? Other than this
now-
channel, because this is
Yes,
number
I
one.
watch this channel only.
only watch this channel.
Only this channel.
Okay.
McKenna has a gun behind me.
Yeah, she's pointing again. No one can see that. But you showed me Cody. You guys, what I was trying to get to is you guys showed me Cody Cole, you and Logan. And his shit is really. I mean, it's got to be a lot different than when he was on Vine, obviously, because he's grown up and now he, that's cringe. Do you miss the that's cringe?
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Do you think he'll ever do it again?
Probably.
I don't. Part of me thinks he won't do it because he like.
Because everybody keeps asking, they're like, "Where's that?"
Yeah, well, I think too because of like the. I don't think it's. I think he understands that he's not a cyberbully, but like I think like that like.
Maybe now that he's 30.
Yeah, it probably isn't like a good look to,
Yeah.
be shooting down at people because now he's too big. Like that's the thing I feel like with commentary is like really hard. Like as long as you're shooting up, like he was always like he could still go after the Paul brothers too because they have 20 million or whatever.
Yeah.
But like
Can't be going after Girl Defined.
yeah, you can't be hitting Girl Defined anymore. Which like those are like the people that bring you like the best content. Like the Paul brothers. Like Logan's like kind of normal now, not completely normal, but like
better. I guess.
Jake Paul's fighting Nate Robinson.
What?
Yeah.
Nate Robinson from the NBA.
Nate Robinson from the NBA. You haven't seen anything on that?
No.
Nate Robinson is scary fucking jacked.
I know he was jacked because I used to like follow him when I was
follow him on Instagram.
obsessed with basketball.
Yeah, he's fucking he's scary dude. I mean, he's like really cool dude, but like scary jacked and
Dude, he's gonna die.
Jake Paul's probably gonna die. And they had like a press they had like a press conference like like they do for like fighting where you can talk shit to each other. And it was like over Skype. And like Jake Paul joins on his phone like at a party. And like Nate's like in front of like a nice banner with like the company that is doing it or whatever. And like they were waiting for Jake for like 30 minutes or something. They said I think there was a delay. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure there was a delay. And then like Nate was being really humble about it, and like I could tell he was like he didn't want to be, but he was doing that. And then Jake just like Jake started talking shit to him, and then when Nate said something back to him, said he was gonna like destroy him, and he's like, "You fought YouTubers, you fought bums, bro. I'm an athlete. Played in the fucking NBA." Nate Robinson played in the NFL, I'm pretty sure too.
What?
He was like he made like a reserve team. Like he didn't make it onto a full team, I think. But and so he had he said something to Jake, and then Jake responds back with like, "Nate Robinson doesn't like his fans. I asked him to sign my jersey. Last week, and he didn't do it, bro. He hates his fans." And like that's what his response. It was like some trolling shit. I don't even think he's gonna show up to the fight.
Shit, probably not.
They're the undercard of the Mike Tyson fight. You know Mike Tyson's fighting again, right? At like 50 something years old.
That's scary. Yeah, who's he fighting?
I think he's fighting. Can you look it up real quick? I think it's Roy Jones Jr. I think, the guy who made the song like "Can't Be Touched." You ever heard that? It's like big like grade school basketball warm up song.
probably heard it.
It's I don't want to sing it because it's
Yeah, don't.
no, it would be
Don't.
weird. It would. Roy Jones Jr. Okay, yeah, it is Roy Jones Jr. Yeah, he's fucking tough dude too, but Mike Tyson's gonna fucking murder him. Like,
Yeah.
and it's just like two
Sure.
fights that I don't understand. Like, yeah, they're both just gonna make a bunch of money, but I don't know. That's crazy. That's what I gotta start doing.
Dude, actually.
Gotta do a boxing match.
Yeah, there's like, I was looking it up because I wanted to like, I mean, I can't really right now because of COVID, but there's like 3 boxing gyms in Madison, and I was like, but it's expensive as hell.
Yeah, well, that's what I want to get into. I have a friend that he's training. He was gonna be on the show to promote his fight, but his fight got postponed. He was Dylan Babcock had a fight that was supposed to be like around this time
I
of
wrote
year.
his stats in the TLBA.
You did, yeah. Aryana used to. I used to host a league. Kevin says that I would fight him. Who? Jake Paul or Nate Robinson? Or me? Because we could do it for the YouTube channel, Kev. It would be good content. I'll fight with the blindfold. That would be fair. I think Kev would have a pretty good shot if I was
Maybe.
blindfolded. But okay, everyone. Okay, cool. Let's set it up then. That would be great for views.
Okay.
People might tune in. But yeah, so Yana took stats for our TLBA. It was this league.
So I know everybody's last name.
Yeah, she knows everybody that I'm referencing his last names because I actually hosted my own basketball league, mainly because I didn't really play in high school, so I had my own
That's all right.
league.
I feel that.
Yeah, so I had my own league on the weekends, and yeah, you would help out with the stats. McKenna would help out with the stats,
So would my friends.
and yeah, some of your friends would come too. Yeah, that's weird. I never really thought of it like that. It's
So the
kind of
people
weird.
who would like question us and be like, yo, I had this. Fuck you.
Yeah. No, you didn't. Well, they all know. Like, I don't think I'll ever do that again unless I like have like I don't think I could play in it ever again because like
Dude,
I'm having you
there was
guys
too much drama.
because I'm having you guys help. Like everybody, like it just was so annoying. Like I would literally I'd have to set it all up, get the people to ref the game. I was the best ref ever, Kev says. Oh no.
Didn't you leave?
Kev did leave eventually, I think in the middle of one game. I had to find a ref for every game. I had to have someone work the scoreboard, then one person to do stats for each team playing. And I had to play. And like I was like, the best player in the league because it wasn't not like it was that many crazy like it's not a shot at anybody in the league, but it's not like there was like anybody else going to school to play basketball. Like we had other college level athletes like football players and stuff, but no one else that was like a basketball player. And so then I had to go out and play, and everybody wants to guard me and do whatever to me because they're like, oh, if I stop him, like I'm the best today, then whatever. And so like I'd see them like yell at you guys or yell at Kevin as the ref, and that shit was just so fucking annoying.
Yeah, Kevin got shit on a lot.
Kevin got shit on a lot. And then what? This is what pissed me off is that people knew how much, because I would tell people how much it stresses me out. And there was one rule in the league, one fucking rule. You were allowed to say whatever you wanted to people. You could swear as much as you want. You just not talk to the ref. You don't talk to the ref unless you have
They
a
did
question.
not listen to that
They
at
didn't.
all.
I remember one time fucking somebody punted the ball. I never left just because I got pissed off with bitching. I never left, just got pissed off with bitching. I'm pretty sure maybe you didn't leave the building, but you
left
walked
for a little
outside
bit.
and then came back in.
I think someone went out there and was like, hey, yo.
Come on, we need you. Whoa, yeah, we had somebody punt the ball. We had somebody take the ball from Kevin Kevin calls a charge, and it was a charge. It was a bad. The reason it was a bad call is because Kevin gets scared because he knows what he has to say for the call.
I feel the anxiety though. I feel that.
I know. I get what he's saying too because these people are being dicks to him all game long. And then like what would happen is these people that were mean to him, he would see them and they would fuck up, and he doesn't want to call it a charge, but he knows it was a fucking charge, and so he like hesitates, and then he's like, charge, and then they're like, what the fuck, and they're freaking out because he wasn't confident in it. So they're like, oh, was it not? Did you just make that up? And they're like in his fucking face, and then he's getting all he's closing down. They would get mad when I make good calls. There were some good calls. There were some really bad calls too. Goat calls. Yeah, that does sound kind of weird. Goat calls, like you're calling for a goat. That just weird in that context. I get what you mean. Greatest. Yeah, I get it. But yeah, there was just times where Kevin made the right call, and there was the one time in specifically where he makes the right call. It was a charge, dude then cusses out the ref, which is Kevin. Kevin looks at me, and this is what I hated too, is that like Kevin would know he has to tee this person up because that's the only rule. It's not fucking, and the dude's in his face screaming at him. He turns around and looks at me. I'm behind the scoreboard, and he's like, can I? And I can tell. I'm like, do what you gotta do. And he tees him up, and then the dude takes the ball out of Kevin's hands and punts it. And then he tees him up again, and then he comes up to me. He's like, "Bro, you see him just tee me up? He just teed me up twice." I'm like, "What do you want me to do?" Like, and that's what pissed me off about the whole thing is that like, in no other league are you asking, like, you don't fucking, if there was a bad call, if you're playing for Wilmot, like, you don't call up the WIA. Be like, did you see the bad call? Shut the fuck up. Play the game. Finish the game first. Get them out of here. Double T. I know, Kev. It was the right call. But don't get me wrong. There were some times where, I have a friend reffing the game who has never reffed officially. And so he made some bad calls too. And those ones when people get mad, again, it was just annoying as fuck because then they look at me like, are you gonna fix this? Dude, no, I can't, because then you guys are gonna ask me to fix every bad call. And that's not my job. I want to play in this fucking thing too. So I'm never gonna do that again. Never gonna do a league like that again unless I pay other people to set it up. I would need a lot of money, and I don't want to do that. But yeah, you were helping out. Was it weird? Like, did you? I don't know how. Like, I don't remember how your friend, because I never like specifically was like, bring your friends to do the scoreboard. At least I don't think I ever said. But like, you had friends with you, and then I was like,
one of my friends was dating someone who's in the league, and then my other friend probably liked someone.
Oh, okay.
In the league, I don't know.
So it was so they had some gain out of it, I guess. Part of the game, even bad calls when you're professional. Yeah, exactly. Kev, it's okay. You gotta, maybe Kev will play in the league next time if there's ever a league, instead of reffing, or maybe he can coach or something. How did we I got off on a little bit of a tangent there.
Because you said your friend Babcock, and I was just like, remember there was two of them, and we'd always be like, which one?
Yeah. So he's into boxing. That's what he does.
Which
he boxes. Dylan, the older one.
Okay.
The taller one. I think
darker hair.
The shorter hair. He got the beard.
Okay.
Yeah. He's into boxing, and he was gonna come on the show to promote a fight, but then his fight got pushed back, so we're waiting until the fight gets like rescheduled. But he was telling me that if I wanted to, I could come train in Racine. They got a boxing gym. It's kind of far.
Yeah.
So like if it's like expensive, then I probably can't do it. But like if there's something in Kenosha, which I'm sure there probably is, then I might do that.
Probably, or in like McHenry, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. I really want to do boxing. It looks really fun. I don't know if I want to fight anybody, but I would like to at least train
Punch
for it.
some stuff.
Yeah, I think it would be good for my mental health, just to release some tension, some anger that I have. Speaking of tension and anger, anxiety, just kidding, not really speaking of that, but I wanted to ask you, what's the hardest part about being the middle sibling? I asked last week so people understand, preface it. I asked because last week I had McKenna's oldest sister on. So we shared, being the oldest sibling, her and I. And obviously you are my sister, so you are not the oldest sibling. So how is it being the middle child, the forgotten child?
I think that says it all. You're just forgotten.
Yeah.
You think I wouldn't be because I'm the only girl, but
yeah.
No.
Nobody's checking up on you.
Nope.
No, that's tough. No, what's weird about, what's different from being, or what do you think through your lens, it's weird about being the middle child?
I don't know. I kind of like it. I don't like the attention. Since I didn't get it, I was like, you know what? This is kind of nice.
No one's, what do you think it is about not having the attention? Just like no one is kind of.
Well, see, they got the oldest child, and so like they're all stressed out with you because like you're the first, so they gotta like do everything. Because they're like, whoa, we never had a kid before.
Yeah.
And then I come along, and it's all cool for a little bit. But then the youngest comes along, and it's like, holy, this is a little baby forever. Yeah. He never has to clean the house.
Oh no.
If I throw a Nerf ball at him, it's the end of the world.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
So
if his fingers get shut in a window, oh my god.
That one was bad.
That was on you though.
I don't know how that happened. So there was a window.
We were doing like a drive-through game or something.
Yeah, we used to own a pizza place. Troy Aikman's not behind me today. Troy Aikman's behind me with the Big Al's Pizza sign. we used to own a pizza place, and there were these weird windows, and they had like these like push in to hold. I don't know. It was weird to like hold them in place, but they looked like little drive-through things on the doors, and we would be stuck at Big Al's on Friday and Saturday nights, most weekends when we were growing up, and then we would play games to keep ourselves occupied, which probably like super. That's just super weird to think about in general.
These
Like
kids are just running around your workplace.
yeah, there's like a bunch of people like really. Logan says I always clean nowadays.
Bro, the fish just died because you never cleaned the tank.
R.I.P.
Don't come at
Drop an
me.
R.I.P. in the chat for the fish.
We had that fish since I was like 11.
Damn.
So.
Everyone drop an R.I.P. for that fish.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the fish. Did it have a
Dude.
name? I just keep calling it
No,
the fish.
It was just the fish.
The fish. Rip. There we go. People are mourning him. Logan doesn't respond to Rip.
Because he's probably like, oh shit, let me clean the tank.
Yeah.
Let me get. Is the fish still in there? Because
Oh.
it was still in there when Logan told me. So.
Oh, that's sad. No.
And then he asked me, or I don't know what if he did ask me, but he made a comment about like we got to put it by the chameleon, because Logan and I buried the chameleon a couple years ago in the backyard.
Yeah. Did you ever get any I don't remember you ever getting any cool animals like that.
I got a cat,
Well, you got a cat, yeah.
and then it died. Really
Logan
quick.
he got a chameleon,
2 ducks.
2 ducks.
Were the chickens for him? What was that?
I don't know what
Whose
that was.
call was that?
We got some chickens one time, and none of them could lay eggs.
No, they did at like before they got murdered.
Oh,
Like right before. That's when they finally started.
oh, because we had them for like over a year, didn't we?
We had them for a while. I remember I was at like a basketball tournament in the Dells, and all of a sudden my friend's mom was like, "Oh my God, you guys got chickens?" I was like, "What did you just say to me?"
Yeah.
And he like shows me the picture on Facebook. I was like,
I'm pretty sure we weren't even allowed to have chickens because we lived in town.
I don't know.
Self-incriminating right now on the show. We don't have them anymore.
Yeah,
so
they're dead.
Whatever.
Their
whatever
remains might be around somewhere.
Yeah, whatever animal killed them. Holly is still alive. Is that the duck?
Oh wait, yeah, I think we donated one of the chickens actually.
Oh,
That was the one that laid eggs.
what the fuck?
I think.
What the fuck was the point of that? Logan says he doesn't know how to dispose of him. So yeah, the fish is still
He's
in
a
the tank.
thick fish.
You gotta-
He would clog the pipes.
Oh my god.
Because it ate the bigger fish. Unless, Logan, you sold that. Because there was this person that I know that would always ask me for that fish. So
someone who tries to buy somebody's what kind of person is like,
I don't know
bro,
if I should say it. Like, I don't know
no,
if
you
they
don't need
care.
to, you don't need to
but
say the name. I just like what kind of person would be like, and
it's
I'm
just
not,
a goldfish, too. I mean, it was a big-ass goldfish.
I don't know, but like who like really is like I've seen people that have pretty sick fish tanks, but I've never been like, man, that's a sick fish tank, bro. How much for that one?
They don't want the tank. They want the fish.
No, how much for that fish in there? Like, who is like that? Who's like, man, can I get this one? Well, it's my fucking pet. Like, that'd be like, imagine like doing that with a fucking, like someone has like a bunch of cats.
Like, hey,
I'm
Can I
like,
get one of
oh,
those?
dude, I like your cats. How about that one? I like that one. Can I get that one? Who the fuck says that? Like, who says that? Who's like, yeah, can I have one of your animals?
it's like just one.
I don't
Come
know.
on.
It's just kind of weird. Even though it's a fish, it's still kind of weird to me.
Yeah.
Sushi, Kev said. Can you make sushi out of a goldfish or koi? Yeah, it's similar to carp. Yeah, they're like a cousin. I'm sure if my dad's watching, he'll correct me
Just
on that.
type it in paragraph as we speak.
I don't know. Yeah. He used to write about fish. How did I gotta ask him about that whenever I get him on the show. Gotta ask him about that. So what was I talking about when we got into this tangent? Middle sibling. That's what we were. And yeah, you
Yeah.
didn't get any cool animal. I feel Logan got
I
a
didn't
ton
get
of
a
cool
cat.
animals, like weird animals that like
Yeah.
he'd like obsess. So I really was convinced we were gonna get a koala at
Dude,
one
I
point.
was scared.
The
Because
youngest.
that would be illegal.
So like, did you ever feel like, cause like, you know, maybe like you said, they were stressed out with me, and then like the opposite so with him, with the youngest sibling, and then you know, being the baby, like maybe sometimes getting some extra toys
All the time.
or like animals or something. Did you ever feel like that you didn't get enough like toys or animals?
I don't know.
I don't know
I
if
don't
there's
really
like an amount.
remember if I asked for much, so
Yeah.
I feel like I'm all right.
I mean, you
overall.
have some pretty sick toys though. I was just talking. So I work in the toy aisle now, not all the time, but that's what I've been doing lately because it's like Christmas. So like, there's hella Legos and shit flying off the shelves, and like, Polly Pocket still does exist.
Dude, yeah. Have
But
you ever
not-
chewed on one of their clothing pieces?
No.
It's really squishy.
Oh, that's disgusting. Middle child, says Cade. Is Cade's the middle child, right? Is there another one? I thought it's just them two.
I think it's just them two. I don't know.
I don't know.
Let us know.
Cade will have to let us know. Did Cade wish you happy birthday?
No, he did not. Get out of the chat,
Hey,
please, and
bro.
thank you.
Cade, bro.
Actually, I don't know if I wished him a happy birthday, so
Oh, so you guys are fair.
it's even. I don't remember.
You guys are
I
even.
know it was recently.
I'm
though.
baby. Oh, Cade's the baby.
Mm.
That explains a
That
lot.
makes a
Cade.
lot of sense.
That explains a lot, man. Okay, so what's I wanted to say, what is like the worst part first, maybe? What's the worst part about being related to me?
Being on this show today.
That's what I figured you were gonna say. That's fair. That's my dick. He said suck my dick. Unrelated to the question I just asked, but that's fair. It's probably in response because the chat's
Yeah.
delayed. Okay, what's what's the best part? Like, so you grow up, family owning a business. Obviously, we both. But I want to, from your perspective, what was like? Was it weird, like with friends and stuff? Because like your friends' parents all like work for a thing, when like your parents like work for themselves. Was there anything? Was it like weird with that? Like, did anything like that ever come up?
I don't think so.
No.
I think it was just cool because I could bring pizza over.
Yeah.
So
Pizza every night was pretty legit, or
Yeah.
most nights, or like if we didn't, like we never. I wouldn't say never, but there were times where we pretty much anytime we didn't have dinner, it was like, oh, let's get a pizza.
yeah.
That makes it pretty easy. Everyone was always talking about it to her in school. When we'd have pizza parties, all the teachers felt obligated to buy from Big Al's.
I guess people did bring it up to me a lot in school now that you say that.
Yeah.
Like, or people would be like, what's the recipe? I think people still ask me what's the recipe. I'm like, dude,
Yeah, people.
I don't know.
Yeah, people ask me that too. It's kind of weird. That is funny that people feel obligated. Felt obligated.
Or the lunch ladies, they'd say shit to me like they're serving that like rectangle pizza. They're like, I know it's not Big Al's. And I'm like,
dude, I don't.
can I just get my lunch and go?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know you.
I always thought it was weird when people would like feel weird. Whenever I would be out at like a friend's house, I remember one time we were at me like Tim, Alyssa, we were at a friend's house and their parents ordered from somewhere else and they apparently like hated Big Al's and like
Dude.
felt like so compelled to like tell me about it, like confess their sin. And I'm like, dude, I don't fucking care. Like they're like, and I was still working for Big Al's at the time, and he was like, this dude, her dad comes up to me, and she's like, he's like, bro, we're not getting Big Al's, okay, but don't get mad at me. I really hate it. Can't stand it. It's too greasy. It's just like, I used to have a picture on my phone, man. One time we ordered, I was like, what kind of pizza did you order? And he was like, pepperoni and bacon, and I'm like, okay, that's a pretty greasy pizza to
Those
begin
are
with.
greasy meats.
Yeah,
very
but I
fatty
was like,
meats.
that's fair. I was like, it's fine, whatever. You don't like it, that's fine. And then what he got, it was like, I forget where it was from. I think it was like Papa Savario's, and it was like bacon. Alyssa, I'll remind you. I will remind you where it was, where we were.
Also,
after.
it's Alyssa's family.
No, it wasn't Alyssa's family. It was a friend that we were at. We went. And they got. What did he get? He got like pepperoni, bacon, and like Canadian bacon on this pizza, or like sausage or something too. So it was like all the greasiest shit.
Yeah.
And like on this pizza, it was from a different place, and it was so fucking greasy. It was good. That's what pizza is. It's fucking greasy, right? But I didn't care that like you don't like it. That's fine. Like you don't have to like it just because like my parents own it. Like you don't have to like it. But you're being a fucking weirdo coming up to me. I'm like fucking 17, 18. And this full grown ass dude is like, hey, bro, just so you know, like, I hate it so bad that I have to tell you right now, but
like,
I still like you. I like your family. Just hate
the pizza. Hate everything about the business.
Yeah, hate everything you guys do.
Hate everything
I remember it. Okay, she remembers. There we go. Yeah, it was super awkward. And I just remember being like, what the fuck?
Other people's parents would be like, they never like said they hated Big Al's, but they'd be like, sorry, it's not Big Al's. Like, and they're just giving me like a frozen pizza, or like they order it from somewhere else.
It was expensive. That's one thing that like people would say, and that's totally fine.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it is.
I'm 12.
Yeah, I don't know what money
I don't
is.
make the prices.
Yeah.
I
But
don't-
it was expensive, but it was just, I mean, that's like even like Savario's is really expensive, and any like local, like more local place that's less chain is going to be really expensive like that. But we don't like them anyways. I know we don't hang out with them anyways. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's secretly
Yeah.
why we just weren't meant to hang out. Couldn't fuck with
Mhm.
Big Al's. We can't fuck with them. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, son, puts hand on your shoulder. I love you, but your pizza. Yeah, no, that's literally exactly what happened. Kate has got it, put it into words perfectly. Okay, Yana, what I want to know, do you got any questions for me? What like you watch like every episode almost. You tune in almost every Monday when you can.
Yeah.
What do you think objectively? What do you think is something I need to do better on the show?
These lights.
These lights are too bright.
Yeah.
I need new lights. I need to get brighter ones actually. It won't look super bright, but
You're
they'll
not gonna
light
have
the face.
You're not gonna have any guests.
But they'll
after
light
that.
it more evenly. These are really shitty. I need better lights, not less light.
Let's say less light.
Okay.
It's a big thing. You should probably get rid of that picture of me over there.
That picture of you, this is like a staple on the set. This is like one of the best parts about the set,
I don't
in
know.
my opinion. I'm happy we were able to move it so that it's in the shot now. Back when we had the one shot, we couldn't get it in. Why is my chat's not loading on my phone?
It's not.
It's weird. Okay. That's I want to know, is that anything? You got anything for me? Anybody in the chat? Oh no, we're all caught up in the chat. Any questions for me, Anna? Anything, any pressing matters? Anything you want the people to know
No.
before there's no serious, you don't have any words of wisdom to leave the people with?
No.
Any like parting words, like don't do drugs,
No.
legalize everything?
No.
Those are kind of opposite ends of the
Sue.
spectrum, but
I don't know.
Baby
If you-
Yoda,
If you want to do drugs,
do drugs?
go for it, I guess.
Do drugs. Okay, well, Yana's she's not really feeling like standing for anything right this second. That's okay. I first off, thank you for being on the show. Appreciate you being on the show.
Yeah, never again.
Never again. That's fine.
Never again.
Don't do pizza, kiddos. Exactly.
Yeah.
I really do appreciate you being on the show. I know it was like something you were not nervous about doing, but you just didn't want to do for whatever reason, even though, we booked it a month ago.
Technically, I never said yes. You just said, "Oh, you'll be here. Let me sign you up."
You said
And I
I
said,
I
if
would
you
do
find
it if you
someone
can't
else.
find someone. And
But
I
then
said,
you didn't actively try to find anybody.
yeah, because I was booking for next month, because I have next month booked now. Because if I knew I could have got you for today, why would I try and book someone for today when I could book them for
you
a
could have had a
different Monday?
more interesting guest, you know?
But
someone who wanted to be
your
here.
perspective is important. And in ways, maybe subconsciously, you wanted to be here. You wanted to let
No.
the good people know, the good people of Detox know exactly where you stood on these pressing matters of Baby Yoda, owning a pizza place, and things like that.
Not really.
No?
No.
That's fair. I want to thank everybody that tuned in the live chat, everyone that was talking with us. Really appreciate hanging out with you guys every single Monday. Want to say what's up to some of the new subscribers we got this week, if they tune into this at all. If you're listening over on Spotify, thank you for listening over there. Also, big shout out to our patrons. They should be on the screen right now. They help support the show, and there's some exclusive videos, exclusive links to videos
Shout out
over
to
on
me.
there. Yana's on there. Cade's on there. Bye, guys. Have a good night. We'll see you later, Cade. And they help support the channel. I do put some private videos up on there that you guys can go check out. If you want to become a patron, all you gotta do is go to patreon.com/Darren Rita. Other than that, I want to say thank you to Kenosha Auto Insurance for sponsoring another episode of the show. We're 73 deep. We've got Roarin on next week. We'll be talking about financial advising and whatnot. Yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you guys next week.